well, and today I'm here with Kenneth Kuan, better known as Ken. Ken, could you do a brief introduction of yourself to those who may not know you and share a bit about what you do?
Hi everyone, my name is Ken. I'm one of the co-founders of Delugs together with my wife, Pei. We are a watch strap and accessories company. We sell leather straps, rubber straps and fabric straps for anyone who owns a watch, whether you're an enthusiast or you're a collector.
Maybe you can tell us why you started Delugs.
Delugs started more as a passion turned full-time business. I think we started picking up leather crafting as a hobby. So this was back in 2017. We wanted to do something with our hands and then make actual things out of leather. So we picked it up, learning from like YouTube, going online to forums to pick up the skill. Over time, I also got into watches around the same time. So then making straps became like something for my own collection, but I also took on commission projects for other clients. So the idea is really to expose more collectors to the variety of leather straps out there. Because I think when we started, most people only knew, for example, like alligator or calf. There's a lot more leather beyond that. So we wanted to bring leather that leather crafters use and bring that to the watch enthusiasts and watch community.
Why are watch straps important? Like, why should watch collectors even care about changing their straps?
I think most people see straps as a functional item. Like you need a strap to put on the watch, right? But I think beyond that, there's the aesthetic angle for straps as well. People don't think of straps as a way to accessorize, but actually if you think about it, it's one of the things that you can frequently change. Strap changing is something that we want to have more people exposed to. In a way, make strap changing part of your lifestyle. So something that you can accessorize with, and not just an attachment, not just a functional item. Yeah.
I can see that you have many straps here. We're here in your office and also showroom. It's like watch strap paradise.
Strap haven.
Yeah. And there's so many options. So maybe talk us through the different materials that you can make watch straps from and what makes each one distinct or unique.
So we started with leather straps, but today our range includes rubber straps, fabric. We do watch cases as well. For leather straps, I always like to say that, earlier I was saying it goes beyond alligator and calf. So just one example here, this is actually an ostrich leather. So it's another type of exotic that people may not often see. Yeah. This is the ostrich shin itself, the leg. So for leather straps, it tends to be, there's a lot of character with it. This one is another leather strap. It's called Babelli. It's from a tannery in Italy. You can see it almost looks like linen, almost like the shirt I'm wearing now. So it's quite interesting if you go beyond the standard confines of what people normally see. And then I think even for leather, you can match certain details. So there's something quite interesting. Like you can do a lot of customization with it. Then we have rubber straps. So rubber straps these are made by with FKM rubber. So they are injection molded, and I think properties wise, rubber straps are more resistant. So you have it's waterproof, it's scratch proof. You can just wear this around. You don't have to worry about it too much, lah. So that's why most people tend to put it on like sports watches. Yeah, and I think the last one that we have is it's fabric, right? Fabric it's relatively newer in the watch industry. I think more and more brands are starting to use fabric straps. Over here we have a fabric with like a Velcro. It's elastic fabric with a Velcro. That's right. So it's actually very soft and quite comfortable. And because there's the Velcro system, you can actually tighten it as much as you want or as little as you want. So you can change the fit along the way. Yeah, so I would say fabric is still gaining in popularity, but it's a much more comfortable option as well.
So you would say that out of all that you mentioned, I guess the leather ones or the different leather straps are still the most popular?
It's been the most popular because we've been using it the longest. We've been selling leather straps the longest. Rubber straps we only started about a year ago, but today is definitely one of our most popular line. So with our rubber straps, we made it in we call it CTS, which stands for cut to size. So basically, most rubber straps, people usually make them with like a standard leather strap where you have two different ends. But for us, both ends are the same, and you cut it down to fit your wrist size. So it almost feels like a bracelet. Like there's no loose ends around it. It's fitted to your wrist.
So it's more comfortable.
More comfortable, much more comfortable. Yeah, that's right.
So it seems there are many different options and many ways of, I guess, also customizing the strap to fit your watch. What would you say are some specific requirements or preferences that customers might have or might want for their watch straps, and how have you managed to cater to that so far?
I think the very first one is just to have a wide range of like widths and lengths available, because not everyone's watch is a 20 lug width, right? Some people have like really small watches. For example, this tank over here, that's a 16 So we previously, before we entered, I think it's hard to find ready stock straps that's immediately available in those lug width. So you had to get something custom made, which can take quite a bit of time and probably cost more as well. So lug width is one. We made it much more available. The other one is the length. I think a lot of people assume that straps only come in like one length. You can't find anything else. If you want shorter or you want longer, then you have to custom make it. But again, I think we try to provide a wide variety of it. So that's more on the specification side. I think in terms of styling, some customers come to us wanting a very specific strap to like match a detail on their watch. So just an example here, we have this strap that we made for the Moonswatch, the Mission to the Sun. You can see that it's the stitching, the edge paint is yellow to match with the yellow case and yellow dial.
It actually looks almost exactly the same shade and
Yeah.
like finish.
Yeah, we try to get it as close as we can,
Wow.
because these are custom dyed or custom mixed to get a color. It's almost like when you see someone with a strap that matches their watch, you know that they are someone who cares about the details, right? It's not, they don't just use the original strap that comes with it. They think consciously about what do they want and how do they pair it together.
And I think a very famous person that also thinks that way
Yes.
and also wears your strap is the Ed Sheeran,
Yes.
who wore your strap recently on stage here in Singapore. And he had a specific, I guess, requirement or preference for his strap. Maybe you can tell us a bit more about that.
I think most people would have seen his Hodinky video that he did with John Mayer. During that video, he talked about how he wanted a rubber strap or at least rubber line strap on some of his watches, because he wears his watches while he's performing, and obviously when you're performing, you're like sweating a lot. So when we watched the video, we knew that rubber straps or rubber line straps were the way to go for his watches. He actually put a rubber strap, so exactly like this one, or cut to size strap, on one of his Pateks, his war timer. So I think that really goes to show that you need to know what is the occasion that you use the straps for, and to find the strap that best matches that occasion, right? Just because it's a dress watch doesn't mean it has to come on a leather strap. Think of your own lifestyle, your own occasion, your own activities, and find the strap that best matches it.
And as a watch collector yourself, I know you're quite, of course, big on watches. Any guidelines or rules that you might have that you can share about picking the right watch strap, especially when it comes to color, material, style?
So over here, I have the Cartier Tank Centre. The Tank is a very dressy watch, so I try not to steer too far with like rubber and fabric and all that, because I know that when I wear this, it'll be in a dress occasion. So I also match the color of the strap with the dial. So it's a blue dial with a blue strap. But of course, where I went a bit different, it's not just a blue alligator. This is actually Saffiano. So it's quite popular if you know wallets or handbags. They use this leather.
It's like a specific grain, what you say?
Yes, correct. It's the grain, the pattern of it that's quite distinctive. The next one I would say is choose the material to match like the occasion. So for example, over here, this is the Ulysse Nardin Freak X. So I wanted it comes with a carbonium case, so it's like all blacked out. So to me, I wanted to follow on with that theme, to have a black strap with a black clasp.
This is the rubber strap?
Yes, correct. This is a rubber strap. You can try to like.
Oh wow!
pull it.
Okay, it's like super easy to open.
Yeah, it's a spring-loaded clasp. So I wanted something that's a bit more sporty. So it came on I think it's a leather strap, but I wanted to switch it out to a rubber strap to complete the like stealth sports look.
Yeah.
So this is my like, okay, I can bring this out and just wear it and not be worried about whether it's raining, whether it's like I'm washing my hands or in the pool or whatnot. The third thing I would say is match the details. So if you see this watch here, this is the Armin Strom Pure Resonance. So it's a special edition. But one thing about, when you look at it, it's quite monochromatic, but actually there's one part that has some colors, which is actually the jewels on the watch. So it's like purple in color, and we actually went with this purple strap that really brings out the highlights of the dial. So obviously you can pair any other color with this, But for me, I wanted to match that one little detail. Even though the jewel is really tiny, most people won't see it until it's up close. But I think this shows that like, hey, you actually pay attention to some of the details on the dial.
So is that something that you're able to do in the sense of, let's say someone has a watch like this and they really want a specific color, a specific material, and you're able to source that for them?
We try our best. I think our range here is like very, very wide. So there is probably something here for anyone that's looking for something very specific. If there's a lot of demand, so I think a big part of what we do is listening to our customers. If we hear a lot of feedback like, hey, can you maybe make this light purple color, this lavender color, then we actually go out there and try to find it if we can. Because I think we don't want to just make products in a vacuum. I think we want to make products that people want, and hearing from our customers is a very big part of that.
We've talked about the different types of straps. What about maintenance and cleaning? I'm wondering, I think it seems like the rubber strap is the least or the lowest maintenance, but any tips you can share about taking care of your straps?
I always say that prevention is better than cure. So I think that starts from even using quality products. I think most people, when you see like, oh, leather is peeling or flaking and all that, I think that starts from poorer quality leather that's being used. So in general, when customers ask us, how do you maintain it? Normally I would say just use it, because I don't want people to stress too much about how they use it and like be worried about the conditions and things like that. But beyond that, I think using the right material for the right occasion. So if you know you're going swimming, for example, don't use a stitch strap, because even though the material may be quite water resistant or waterproof, but as long as there's stitching involved, then the construction of it might get eroded, for example. So then a rubber strap is better in that case, or maybe a fabric strap. Yeah, and I think one thing we also try to say is like, with leather shoes, people say don't wear the same shoe every single day. If you can, with your straps as well, try to rotate them. But even if you don't, it's really quite okay, because our straps, I've used some of them for years and they turn out quite okay as well.
Okay. And I think also sometimes with leather straps or leather in general, the more you use it, it has a different kind of look and feel after that. It's quite nice.
Yeah, I think that worn-in look is what people like about leather.
Coming from your experience and also as a watch collector and as a business owner, do you spot any, or can you tell us about any emerging trends in watch straps?
I think one of the trends that we've seen in recent years is it's about this idea of interchangeable strap systems. So we see many brands actually trying to come up with their own systems. I think people are recognizing that straps it's not just that functional aspect, there's the aesthetic element to it. There's the way of accessorizing. So we see a lot of brands actually coming up with their own proprietary systems to attach straps. So for example, Cartier has a lot of different types. The Santos is a great one to allow you to change between the bracelet and the leather strap without any tools. VC has it with the overseas as well. Many other brands have something similar, IWC as well. And I think this really goes to show that brands are now paying more emphasis on strap changing, recognizing that people want to change straps easily. Like, you don't actually have to go to a watchmaker to change it out, right? Like, that shouldn't be part of the experience. In a way, if you want to change it out, you can just do it at home. You can just use simple tools or even no tools to change it out. So for us, that's something that obviously we welcome, that shift towards changing straps as a lifestyle. But I do wish that more brands would use systems that probably are more universal, so that from a collector perspective, you don't have to buy into every single system and have straps that may not be interchangeable across your watches.
Any final notes that you would like to add? Anything else you would like to share about Delugs or the wonderful world of watch straps in general?
We really hope that more people will see strap changing as a lifestyle. You don't have to be an expert, you don't have to be a professional to change your straps. And something we come back to is, as individuals, we change our clothes every day, right? Why don't you change the clothes for your watches as well? Why don't you change the strap every day to match the occasion you are going for? Whether it's you're going to work, whether you are meeting your friends on the weekend or nights out, or you're going to a concert, or you're performing on stage to 60,000 people, right? You choose the strap for the occasion, and we hope that more people would think of straps in that way and not just see it as an accessory to put the watch on your wrist, and see it as a way to express your own style, your own personality.